I would like to just welcome you all onto this call this evening. And I welcome our distributors, I particularly welcome our guests, and thank you for joining this call. And really a big welcome to everyone. I know your time is valuable. It's one of our most valuable assets. And I really thank you for your time. And I thank the distributors for thinking of you to the guests. Really, it could be an interesting time and could change the direction of one's life, actually. So you've been invited to investigate a unique opportunity. And our passion is to help people live a healthy and a wealthier life. And I want you to investigate and discuss it with the person who invited you to the call. It's worth investigating properly with an open mind. As they say, our mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. And so it need not necessarily be for everyone, this opportunity. And we're looking for independent business partners who wish to secure their financial futures. I say this because there's so much financial uncertainty in the world. Our finances are shrinking, employment is at an all-time low, and many people are feeling quite helpless. I don't know if you've noticed, but depression seems to be rife, and I do believe that we have a lot to offer. When my husband and I, Rory and I, saw the business 4 decades ago, having been asked, how would you like to have a second income? We were in an all-time low with our finances and our hopes for ever achieving our dreams that we so wished for our life together. We were 2 years into marriage, having swapped our corporate jobs for our own business. We had watched our parents be trapped into the job security rut that took them to their retirement quite worn out. There was a huge downturn in the economy at the time we were looking at this. And being in the home improvement business, we struggled to get new business and even struggled more to get paid for the business we'd done. So house bonds, I mean, the interest levels grew to over 20%, and life actually looked quite impossible. I don't know what situation you're in, but that is a situation we were in. And we investigated what I'm about to show you now, and it changed our view and hopes for the future. And I also, in the invitation, called it a unique opportunity. And I based that on a company that we linked to our supplier with sound principles and values that we can work with. The company is built on integrity. It has a global reach in over 50 countries, and it gives you a business platform second to none. Also, what is unique is that you don't have to give up your full-time occupation, but in the same breath, it can be a complete standalone business opportunity for others. And, as I said, too many people are living under the circumstances. And so, our supplier has developed unique products that are consumable products for every household. We are a health company with non-toxic household cleaners. I think every house uses household cleaners. Completely organic skincare, amazing skincare from France, and a wide range of nutritionals from plant source. The food that we should be eating, that is what our nutritional product come from. And so that helps us maintain health. And as the saying goes, let food be your medicine. I don't think ever has society needed products like these to maintain health. Look around and see how heart disease, cancer, strokes, diabetes, and the list seems to be endless these days. How disease is devastating families. Even though we have more science, more medicine available to us than ever before, people are getting sicker. Our bodies are able to heal, and they can heal themselves when they're given the correct ingredients to do the job. And that is where our supplier, who's called Neolife, comes into play with their food-based products, which supply a variety of foods, supply consistency of nutrients, and a balance as plants give us. It's not just sections of nutrition taken from a plant, it's the whole family from the plant. So what does Neolife do? Neolife supports us. It's a business operating system. The company Neolife, our suppliers, our support system, they do, as I've mentioned, the products. So they have their own scientists, in-house scientists, working and networking around the world with research institutes, driving our product research, driving our product innovation. And I say innovation because we have been going for 64 years now, and we have led the food-based nutrition world. We've had it legalized, and so I say they've led the health revolution through supplementation and plant-based supplementation. And so that's the products. They do the transporting, everything to get us the product. So we have the products without wasting our time trying to manufacture them, so get raw ingredients, do all the country requirements, etc. And then they have an administration system, a worldwide admin system. And so that's how we can go into these 50 countries or wherever we know people. The admin, they take care of the bonuses, they take care of every part of administration they take care of. Then there's the training. They supply excellent training. And we have this international company supporting us. And so we have a very, very unique, trustworthy business. And I'm forever grateful to Neolife. It's been fantastic. So tonight, I'd like to focus on our unique products and how just one product can change the direction of our health and finances. And that is Tre-en-en. And here is a bottle of Tre-en-en. Okay, Tre-en-en, as you can see, the grain component of it, it is oils taken from grain food. And those oils are called lipids and sterols. And as I say, they are obtained from grain foods. And unfortunately, the grains that we eat, the majority of grains that are available to us have been refined and had the oils removed so that that refined product has a long shelf life. These refined products, white foods, they're white, they're fluffy, they're quick to cook, they're very convenient, but they're not very nutritious as they're meant to be. They play havoc with our health. And if you're not getting that food group, your health suffers. And I just believe that these refined foods are really responsible for our health pandemic at the moment, and especially our diabetic pandemic that is around the world. And so Tre-en-en has been scientifically proven to double the uptake of the nutrition that is available inside us. So each cell can double its uptake of nutrition. And I'm going to show you a picture. I like pictures. Okay, let's have a look at cells. This is an unhealthy cell. That's a healthy cell. Now, the healthy cell is kept healthy because of the lipids and sterol oils. That family of oils is very important. And that family of oils keeps that cell membrane nice and permeable, pliable. The nutrients can go in and the waste products can go out. And whatever that cell manufactures for us can leave it and go do its function. Now, without those Tre-en-en oils, the cell gets clogged because the wrong oils are utilized to make that cell membrane. And our cells are turning over all the time. We're getting new cells made. Well, we turn our bodies over I believe, every 7 years. But like you can bite your cheek, and within 24 hours, it's fixed itself. And so the cells are turning over all the time. And when you don't have pliable and permeable cells, you'll see that not all the nutrition that is available to that cell can get in, and the waste can't get out. So by taking this little dear product, it is just such a vital product for every single person. You increase the efficiency of your cell. So it takes up double the amount of nutrition, and that's scientifically proven. It makes us feel more energetic because inside that cell, you've got your little energy factories, your mitochondria, and it helps them function properly. It helps adrenal gland function, and that's our hormones. So we have happy families if we've got the right hormones, the less highs and less lows and less hot flushes. And these oils also help healthy cell multiplication, and that's important. So Tre-en-en makes a huge difference also in chronic fatigue syndrome. So generally, it's the base of everything. In fact, if you have a look at the food triangle, this is how we should be eating. The brown is grains, and the grains, apart from the fiber, the vitamins and minerals, you've got your oils, and that's what is so important. The base of all our health is the lipids and sterile oils, and then the green one is your fruit and vegetables, which we absolutely specialize in. We're not talking about it tonight. Then you have the protein foods, which include fish and very, very pure omega-3 oils, and the red is your fats and sugars. So what has happened is we've managed to just turn that triangle upside down, and the grains are what the fats and sugars should be, and the fats and sugars are what the grains should be. And that is the reasons for your osteoporosis, your diabetes, your heart diseases, your cancers, your obesity. That little diagram is exactly what we have to remember. And so the company is just helping us all plug our dietary gaps with the lipids and steroids. So we're going to concentrate on that one product from here on. But before we get into the business side, I've invited 3 wonderful distributors to share their story with us, just their benefits from this unique opportunity that they once had to investigate. And they did their investigation and joined. So the first person I'm going to ask to come on board with me is Bonnie. And Bonnie is right here. Thank you, Bonnie. There you are, Bonnie. Would you like to share your story with us? Thanks very much.
Sure. Thanks, Nola. Hi, everyone. Nola's asked me to talk for a few minutes on the benefits that I've had from these products and my family have had. And it started initially a long time ago, over 30 years ago, when my youngest daughter had just the worst kind of asthma I think one could ever get. And I was just pulling my hair out. I distinctly remember her coughing for like 22 out of 24 hours. She'd sit in my lap, I'd pat her back, and after 2 years, we were both absolutely worn out. And the specialist doctors were actually getting so frustrated with me because they couldn't help her. And one day our minister's wife said, why don't you just try Megan on this particular product, which I did. And within a week or two, Megan was virtually over her asthma. And that was actually quite unbelievable. To this day, if she stays on the carotenoid, she's absolutely fine. If she goes off it, her asthma's back, and in the past she's had to go to pulmonologists, do all sorts of things. As long as she stays on a carotenoid, she's absolutely fine. As far as I'm concerned, as a child, I had a very weak chest. I was forever getting bronchitis and laryngitis. I don't remember when I last had that, but I think my greatest benefit is now that I'm nearly 70, I can't believe, I don't know where these years go to, but somehow when we're young, we think we're invincible. We think we'll never get a chronic disease. We, think we're absolutely fine. And when I look around me, when I look at my friends, there are so many people with some form of chronic condition. And, any which way we look at it, if we are eating the right foods, and unfortunately we can't get the goodness that we need from those correct foods. So if we are supplementing with food-based good nutrition, it really reduces our risk of getting chronic conditions. But if we don't, as the World Health Organization said, it really increases the risk. They reckon that by the year 2020, which is 3 years ago, 3 out of 4 people would have some form of a chronic condition. And I'm just really, really grateful to be the age I am. I actually think I've got more energy than I had when I was a teenager. I really believe that. I remember getting quite tired as a teenager and a young woman. I've got lots of energy. I'm really grateful to be healthy. I'm really grateful to be well. And I really put that down to a healthy lifestyle and to the near-life products. I just think they've been really fantastic. Thanks, Nola.
Well, that's great. Bonnie has really, she's such a team player. She's been so successful, and we just love it a bit. We hang on every word she says. Thanks, Bonnie. Appreciate you so much. And so that's nice. And Bon, now I am going to call on Gavin, a gentleman amongst us. And Gav, are you there? Yes, you're there. And I'm just going to put you full on screen. Gavin, thank you very much for being on the call with us. You're a successful businessman. He's represented South Africa hockey overseas. He has lots of dreams. So I am looking forward to hearing what he says.
Nola, thank you very much. First thing, I need to apologize. I was playing around with my settings for my video and I've blanked myself off somehow. I'll get it right a little bit later. But as Nola said, my name is Gavin Jones. I'm a hockey player. I've been playing hockey for close on 40 years now. But in 2016, after a season where I was taking numerous painkillers for my knees, I had to make a decision I wanted a natural product that I could use for my knees. And we were introduced to a company called Neolife, and in particular a product called Full Motion. Funny enough, I was on my way when I was introduced to Full Motion, I was on my way to a tournament, an SA selection tournament up in Gauteng. And Emma Jean actually gave us a CD with a couple of talks about all the products and what Neolife was. But what struck me most while I was listening in the car on the way was this product called Tre-en-en. And what most excited me about it was the fact that it worked at a cellular level. And I've always advocated that if you build a solid foundation, everything gets better from there. So that actually clarified it for me. I then decided, yes, I'm going to join. Obviously, I joined with Tre-en-en, and I've been taking Tre-en-en since 2016. So yeah, I'm happy with that. The other I'm taking a couple of products, and two that I'd like to talk on now is Lipotropic and botanical balance. When I was looking at my bloods in, it was 2016, I think, when I started looking at it more seriously, my blood sugar was high and my cholesterol was high. And I needed to do something, and I definitely was not going to be taking any of the synthetic products that were being offered. So I said, look, I'm going to go full out with Neolife, and hence I started with the lipotropic, and then obviously a little bit later the botanical came in. Now the nice thing about that is I take my bloods every single year, and the proof is in the pudding. Both my blood sugar levels and my cholesterol levels have been decreasing gradually since I've done it, and I've done it year on year. So there's definitely proof in the pudding, and the products do definitely work. Thank you, Nola.
That's good. Gav, and I know you have a big vision for what this business is going to do for you and help contribute towards your retirement one day.
Absolutely. Nola, yeah. Funny enough, whenever you listen to the presentations, we always talk about the person that has not made enough provision for their retirement. And I'm almost certain someone's been reading my diaries, and that is me to a T. Now, the nice thing about it is that because these products work, I can go out and brag about them to anybody else. And slowly what I'm starting to do is I'm starting to build a business based on that type of philosophy. And it's been growing steadily. And I know that eventually this is going to take care of my retirement if I decide to retire. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Gav, thank you for being on the call with us. I really appreciate that. Now we have Andre, and suddenly I can't find Andre. I had her a moment ago. Are you there, Andre?
Yes, I'm here.
There you are. Thank you. Wonderful. Andre, it's so good to have you on the call. I know you are heading off to Joburg, and it's going to be, you're busy, but I really appreciate you. We all appreciate your input into our lives and sharing your knowledge. And while we appreciate Andre so much, and her knowledge is that she's a biochemist and a doctor of immunology. So she shares her knowledge so freely. We appreciate that. And also, Andre has a compelling story. And so let's hear it. Thanks, Andre.
Thanks, Nola, and hello, everyone. Yeah, my story is a story about a life being saved, and my life. The reason I say that is because over 30 years ago, I was given a late-stage cancer diagnosis, which is a shock to the system, as you can imagine. I had two young children. They were 8 and 5. And obviously, I had a husband, and the whole family was rattled by this news. And I had to find a way around it because I didn't want to leave my husband raising 2 youngsters without their mom. So I went the whole medical route. I had major surgery. I had a year of very potent, very toxic chemotherapy. And following that, I had a very intense radiation treatment. But within a few days of getting home from the hospital, after I'd had my surgery and in fact my first chemo, I went to my books because I had looked at the chemo that was being pumped into my veins, and I had thought that sounded really very familiar, and I had a feeling that I had personally used that compound situation myself. And sure enough, I had, and what I had been doing in the laboratory was actually checking how effective the killing process of that particular so I was putting different concentrations into cells in a petri dish situation, looking down a microscope, seeing how effectively the different concentrations were killing the cells right there under my eyes. So, I mean, I knew that chemo was toxic, but that was just a terribly visual picture that I had of what was being done in my own bloodstream. And I decided that the best thing for me to do was to basically lend the doctors my arm while they were putting the chemicals in and pay attention to something different. And the something different was finding something that would support my health during this time, because chemotherapy is a bit of a race. The question is, will the chemotherapy kill the cancer before it kills you? So I was hoping that that I would stay strong and survive the process. So I was looking for something to take. I knew I wanted supplements, but I knew that I didn't want synthetics. I was being pumped up to the eyeballs with synthetic toxins. I wanted something all natural, but also from the human food chain. I also wanted something that had been fully researched, because I was, in fact, a research scientist, and it mattered to me that the research had been done. And the third thing that I wanted was a product that had been around for long enough to have really powerful testimonials of positive outcomes from people who'd used them. And so very fortunately, I was introduced to Neolife. I had looked at a lot of things, but someone introduced me to Neolife, and it ticked all the boxes. And so I started taking those products then over 30 years ago. I believe that the reason I'm alive is because of those products. And the reason I say that is that the people that I knew who were being treated at the same time as I was, they never made the 5-year mark. And 5 years was not enough for me. I needed a lifetime. So here I am to tell the tale. The products that I took were actually very basic. The first one was, it's Formula 4 Plus, as we call it now, and it is a multivitamin, multi-mineral, plus it contains the Tre-en-en that Nola was talking about. So right from the get-go, Tre-en-en was one of the products I was taking regularly. The second thing I added was an omega-3. The third thing I added was CalMag. Now, all women and girls from puberty upwards should in fact be supplementing with CalMag, and actually guys need it as well. So, and one of the side effects of chemo is the possibility of more porous bones and osteoporosis. And then later, some 5 years in, the carotenoid complex came along, and earlier I was taking Beta-Guard as an antioxidant, anti-cancer thing. And then when carotenoid came along, I added that to the mix. So that's what I was taking, which is not a huge battery of supplements when you are in a very dark place. But it did the trick. Subsequently, I've added other things because I've learned more. And so I'm extremely grateful, A, to the person who introduced me to the products, because if she hadn't taken the trouble to do so, I would not have known about them. And B, to the company for the incredible work they do to produce products that actually produce the results that we are seeking. But I do want to say something to people. The important thing is not to get to the point where you need them for sickness. It's really, really important that when you've got your health, you sustain your health, you look after it. And it is possible to keep healthy throughout your life without suffering from any of those chronic diseases. And that's the perfect scenario. The perfect scenario is to grow old and be well and old, and one day it's just enough, you're tired and you die, but you're healthy. Instead of going on the slow decline into ill health and spending the last years, decades even of your life suffering in one way or another. So our message really needs to go to healthy people who want to keep healthy. And I can assure you that keeping healthy is cheaper than dealing with severe illness. There's no question about it. And then we know that we can help people who present themselves to us as needing help because they are ill. But it's a big ask to expect any product to turn something around that you have brought on yourself through poor lifestyle choices for decades, possibly. And now suddenly you want some magic products to turn it around for you. So go out there, spread the good news, get people using the products straight away. Make sure at least it's Tre-en-en. And in the kids' the range, there's a Tre-en-en equivalent. And get them healthy, get them strong, get them fit, and get them wanting to share the products and become part of your team. So good luck, everyone. And you've, without a doubt, got hold of something that is worth absolute gold.
Thank you. And Andre, before you leave us, I know you have big goals for your business, your Neolife business. So from, as she said, saving her life, it's now, you know, helping her finances so she can enjoy more life.
Absolutely. I've still got a whole lot of living to do, so I need a lot more money.
Wonderful. as everybody does, you know. And so, you know, thank you so much, Bonnie, Gavin, and Andre. I appreciate your input because it's just nice to hear other people's stories. It's a business that has many facets to it, and it works. And you know, we just to stay healthy and stay well so that you can enjoy life to the fullest for as long as you're here on this earth. None of us want to, as Andre says, where everybody says, shuffle along and exist. You know, my father died 5 months before he retired, having worked so hard for his retirement, because that was when he would have some extra money and extra time. We need to get into a situation where we have the money and time while we're well, while we've got our kids at home, while we're young, while we can have fun as a family. And that's what I'm going to show you now. I want to show you, and there are 2 parts I'm going to show you. Is first of all, it's your journey. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. Let me just turn it a bit. Your journey. There's your journey. You're going to embark on a journey, and that journey is going to have its ups and downs, like every day that in your life so far has its ups and downs. It's a journey, but you embark on this journey because you want to accomplish something. You have got some dreams, you've got some frustrations, you've got some needs. You get into this journey because of what you want to do with it, what you want to buy with it, what you want to become with the money you earn. So I'm going to just quickly show you, as a distributor, let me get that done. You link into Neolife. Neolife is your business partner. Your sponsor is your support structure. You get a discount on these wonderful products. And you can stay there forever with a discount. But we're talking about a business opportunity now. So there's a journey to director. Now, a director is when you have a team doing 4,000 points, you get a 25% bonus on everything that happens around your business. So at this director level, your income would be over 10,000 Rand. And that's on a part-time basis. That is part-time. You got your income, or 10,000 Rand might be a mother's contribution to the household running, might be a mother's contribution to herself and what she wants to do. It might be saving up for a holiday, whatever it is. But that is part-time. And then you grow your business, as I'll show you, to what we call the world team, where you'd be earning between 20 to 30,000. And then there's plus, that can be a lot more. So let's have a look at how we get to director. This journey to director, and I'm using one product out of our product or our range of about 80 products. And I'm going to show you how it's a very, very affordable product. It costs 289 Rand. It's affordable for everyone, and it works. You heard Tre-en-en. This is the Tre-en-en, and it's the gap in every single person's diet, those grain oils. Okay, so let's have a look at this now. So your first thing is we want you to use the product. So if you, we want you, I'm going to say you in the circle now, and you use the product, and then we want you to get 6 Tre-en-en. We call it the 6-pack because it comes in a case of 6. And our products are measured in points because that is our international measurement of our turnover in 50 different countries. So we've got our own currency and its points, and 6 of these is 100 points. So you can get them one at a time, or you can buy a 6-pack, a case of 6, and you go out and find 6 customers. So you use one and you find 6 customers that use 1 Tre-en-en. And now you have, I'm going to just keep it round figures, 100-point business. Now, 100-point business makes you a qualified distributor. If you want to get any kickbacks and bonuses from the company, you have to have done 100 points. So you using 1 Tre-en-en and having 6 customers, you're done. You got it. You got it. You got it. Okay. So now, then the first thing, so that is use the product. The next thing is to share the opportunity. So I'm going to put you here again. And what we want you to do is share the opportunity with 6 distributors. So these 6 people will use and have 6 customers. I'm going to just put 100 points there. So they're doing exactly what you've done here. And what you've done is you've multiplied your business by another 6 people. So now here you have got your 100 plus 6. So there's your 700 points. So now your 700 points will put you in at about here on the chart, and you'd be earning about, let's say you'd be earning plus minus 400 Rand. No, not a lot of work, but you get the kickback of 400 Rand. Here, you get the kickback of basically your product for nothing, about 300 or 350 Rand here. But here you've got 400 or 500 Rand as kickback at this stage. So you're building your business and you're moving product. Now you continue to share the business with people and to get distributors. But now you need business builders, not just little retail people. You need 6 business builders. So now out of these 6, I don't know if they'll be the same 6, but let's say you're working down with your people because everybody knows other people, and you're going to work down with your team, and eventually in your team you have 6 business builders that do what you have done. Your 700 points, they do what you have done. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 700 is what? 44,200 points plus your own 100. So you've got 4,300 points, and that makes you a director. So you use a 6-pack of product, you get 6 customers, you get 6 distributors selling a 6-pack, and then while you're doing that, you find some business builders who want to grow big, who want to do big, and they start doing the same thing as you do and find other business builders. But if you just do that 6, 6, 6, and you will build up to director, your income from that will be 10,200 Rand. And that is, as I said, a nice little part-time income. This is a part-time business. The exciting thing about that, if you continue doing this and you add one director to your team, you will be a world team. That is between 20 to 30,000 Rand per month. As you're turning over product, you get back, cash back, you get bonuses on your volume turnover. And then I have here plus, because when you have 6, funnily enough, another 6 directors that are serious business builders around you, you'll be earning 100,000 Rand. So, it was at that stage of our lives that Rory and I said, let's grow our business. Let's put some time aside. Something that we really wanted to do was to be financially independent for what we wanted. And that means different things for different people. But I learned very early on in this business that you can make excuses or you can make money, but you cannot do both. So the minute anybody on this call that catches themselves making excuses, just remember you can make excuses or money. You can't do both. And sure, you're going to have to adjust some of your time. Everybody's busy. I was exceptionally busy. I had 2 babies. One was 6 weeks old. We were full time in this business. We were busy. I was busy. And you have to just adjust time. Time can't be an excuse. You've got to let go of what's not really important. You've got to let go of some people sometimes, because we were told that we'd never make it, that we weren't good enough for our own, in this sort of business. We were told all sorts of things. But you know what? It's not what other people say. It's what you believe in yourself. And so I want to ask you something. If your income stopped in a month's time, how would you manage? And it's quite a frightening thing. How would we manage? How long would you maintain your standard of living, your home, your car, your school for your kids? Is it worth the effort to develop a second string to your bow and build a secure business with no or very, very low operating capital? For me, for Rory and I, we decided that we would just go for it. And we would build this business, because if there's one person who can do it with the same support from Neolife and the same products, then I can do it. I maybe have to learn, maybe have to grow. And, we say, use the product so you've got a story. So the 3 speakers I had, they had a story of the product. And everybody has a story on Tre-en-en. It's an energy story and it's a nice skin story, etc. Okay, so you get your story, you share your story and the product. Now, and then you share your business. Now, we just out of this here, out of these people, you're doing over 4,000 points. Imagine when they all get to know the products, and maybe they want to get cleaning products that are not caustic, they are non-toxic and non-caustic in their home, because they've got kids. They don't want to have an atmosphere of poison. The only atmosphere you can control is inside your home. So imagine if they started changing their buying habits to use the cleaning. Let's say they have children, they get onto the children's products. Let's say they believe the Omega is so good, they get onto Omega. Can you imagine what's going to happen to your 4,000 points? It's going to double, treble, quadruple. And your people will grow with it. So they start becoming directors and they grow, and you will then reap the benefits as they're going to reap the benefits. And the beautiful thing is, nobody can stand in your way. It's just a fair plan for everyone. And so, I just want you to understand that it's a lovely, unique business. And I don't know if you're right for it, but I'm going to just say three things. There are three words I want you to think about. Do you have a desire? Do you want more out of life? What is your desire? What do you want? Maybe a home, maybe more pension. What do you want to do? So what do you want to have? What do you want to do? Do you want to travel? Do you want to educate kids? Do you want to pay off your bond? Whatever it is, maybe you've got an elderly parent you have to help. Maybe whatever. What do you want to do? And then what do you want to be? Do you have a desire to be somebody who can be an encouragement to others, who can uplift others? You can be more philanthropic. You might need money to pursue a hobby you have. Maybe you are musical and you need to buy a new musical instrument and have tuition. You need that money. Whatever it is, do you have a desire for something more? And if you're hungry, you will build this business because you will not have excuses, you see. Then the next word I'm going to mention is, do you see this as an opportunity? And if you don't, well, it's not a problem. You must go and find another opportunity. But the thing is, I want you to think of this opportunity as a business, and every business needs a little bit of time in order to have to give you what it can give you. So we need your time, we need your focus, and we need some personal growth into yourself and your business, because that makes us feel good. Maybe it's an opportunity to build for when you want to stop work. Rory and I, we were young when we saw this, and we were excited because we said, we don't have to work our whole lives now. You might say, well, you weren't very successful, you're still working. It's not work. Once we got into it, it was like a hobby. We love it. We love the people. We love to see people benefiting. We still have our freedom. We've always had our freedom. We've never had to ask for leave. We've never, it's our own choice of what we do with our lives. And it's been fantastic. It's been like that literally our whole married life. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful life. And Neolife supports you, the opportunity, effective products, and they give training. We give training. You can build this big business solidly, and you can pass it on to your children. It's the greatest inheritance they can ever get, a running business. And then the third word, desire, opportunity. The last word is action. Set time aside daily and weekly to share the product and share the business opportunity. You have to adjust your activities if you want to grow a business. You adjust your activities to accommodate your new business, and that will take you into the future to wherever you want to be in life. And so with that, I say, thank you for being on this call. I want you, if you're a guest with us, please contact your distributor this evening and say, yes, I want to join. No, I don't want to join, but I want to use the product. Or why did you get me on this call? It's not for everyone, but it's for those people who see it as a business opportunity and have the desire. Take the action. Don't think about it, because that's an excuse. Time's an excuse. Money's an excuse. You can get over it all. And I just want to encourage you. We'll be having next Thursday, we'll be having training for new distributors right in the beginning of your journey. So I just want to say, God bless you. You just do what's right for you, and we will meet up, and I look forward to that. So thank you very much, everyone.